Expose your business to millions of potential consumers and clients. If no one knows who you are, you don't make any money. Put your logo here. Add your business here. They say when you're green, you grow, but when you're ripe, you're rotten. That means those who aren't moving forward is standing still. Marketing is everything. Grow your business today. Product placement, brand exposure, merchandise display. It's time to put your business and your brand in front of millions of potential clients.
I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in to Tales from the Jails. Everyone knows that jail is a serious matter. Us here at Tales from the Jails, we are offering something special to anyone who is currently in prison, on their way to prison, and actually those who are returning from prison. We are offering consultation to anyone who's threatened with prison, in prison, and like I said, and who are coming home from prison. We have Zoom consultations to help you with your prison bid. For those who are going to prison, don't know about prison, don't know what to expect, don't know if it's going to be, all these horror stories you hear, all these things. We tell you what exactly to expect. We give you consultation on how to deal with these difficulties of prison. It could be through Zoom. It can be in person, where we talk to you in person. We do intense prison preparation. We also offer business management for those who are incarcerated. We also do post-prison consultations. So if you're ever looking for consultation, you want to know what's going on, want to be prepared to go in, like you want to be prepared to come home, contact Tales from the Jail. That's talesfromthejail.com. talesfromthejail.com. You see it right here. talesfromthejail.com. Reach out to us today. Everyone knows prison is a serious matter. Prison is oppression, but nothing's worse than going to prison and not knowing what to expect, or coming home after being incarcerated for years and not knowing what to expect. We help you here at Tales from the Jails. We offer consultation for those who are going to prison, also those who are coming home from prison, and also we have different features and options for those who are in prison. If you're looking for consultation to assist you in these matters, contact us, talesfromthejail.com. That's talesfromthejail.
Yeah, we live.
My man, you ain't do no countdown or nothing. We just coming into the, the studio with the. What's up, everybody, man? Y'all know what it is. It's Tales from the Jails. We're here live in Partners USA. TNS Media Group is a team in the family. We know how we do here. I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in. I got my counterpart, Mr. Brahim Jackson. Today we coming to the studio, and we got the young guys who's doing the production behind us or whatever, and we sitting here waiting to know when we live. He's telling some, yeah, y'all live. You know what I mean? Shout out to John Michael. Shout out to Quan NJ 1972. Got the cool guy Zio or Z0, however you want to say it. And everybody else that's to come in and be a part of the podcast. We already know what we always say about Friday, right? It's Friday. You go to jail tonight. Won't see you till Monday, Tuesday.
You won't be catching that next flight.
Yeah, it's going to be a rapid dat for you. as far as going to jail. What's up with you, man? How you feeling, man?
Oh man, it's Friday night, man. I ain't got nothing planned. I ain't,
Money on your mind?
alhamdulillah. But yeah, man, I want y'all to stay out of, unnecessary things, man. Things that, you can't control. If you can't control it, man, physically, like leave it alone, man. Like leave it alone, man. Things that come up and is like a mental issue, like you got to leave that alone, man. Because a lot of choices may be the wrong choice. And that wrong choice don't just stop at, all right, boom, you can't have a car today, or you can't go out. You might be in jail or dead behind a certain wrong choice, man. So, take some time to think about things, man, and things that you can't control physically, leave it alone, man. Don't let it stress you out, man. And me, I take this advice that I'm giving y'all, I take it first hands because, we all go through stuff, man. Everybody go through stuff every day. That's what make the choices come upon us, whether right or wrong to do. Because of a situation, everybody gets tested, man. Everybody, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being known and said, man, and us having the knowledge and that's the tool to fight, what we know. Just leave it alone, man.
Shout out to Diesel 18. What's up? What's going on with you? Frustration. Like we always talk about. The podcast is about prison, spreading awareness.
Right.
I want to make this clear. This public announcement. We do not glorify prison. We do not put prison on a pedestal as if it's like the best place to be. We spread the awareness about prison to help deter individuals from going to prison. From 2 to 100, however old you are. Our goal is to help you, refrain from going to prison by any means necessary. Now, Tumar 24, what's up? Now, I want to speak about something because a lot of times, a lot of guys come home from prison, from spending long stints. Yeah, all right, man? Everything cool over there?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube.
Okay. A lot of people come home from long stints, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a person may come home from a long stint in prison and ultimately they may have a woman, right? And this woman may be expecting him to come home and be, a man that's a provider. But things may not click right away for him. May take some time. May show some promise here and there. Some certain things may be able to, come through every now and then. But when things get crunchy on a woman's end, she may not be comfortable with whatever's going on. She ultimately may start feeling some type of way. So now her frustration and her problems are now your problems and your frustration on top of the already having frustration, which ultimately can lead someone to, going back to jail. How important is it to really understand that these obstacles may present themselves when you get out?
Man, it ain't no may about it. They are going to present themselves. May is like a guessing game, like it might and it might not happen. No, with the situation that you're talking about, the scenario that you're talking about, it will happen. It's inevitable. And today, I have a new thinking on that. Today, my advice for men coming home from long stints in prison, man, you gotta get your life back in order, man. You can't do that with a woman. Is impossible. My opinion, and I could be wrong, but this is just my analogy on it. You can't do that with a woman. Oh, you need 3 to 4 or 5 years, man, of all self-work, man, and discipline when you come home. In a relationship is not self-discipline, and that just ain't gonna work, man. It ain't gonna work. My opinion. If you one of the brothers, man, is watching this and you did extensive time in jail, if you wasn't already with that woman and she know the struggle and the patience that comes with being with an incarcerated man for numerous years in the penal system, yeah, man, it's a no-go. Take it from me, man, a man that been in there 21 years straight, man, prior years after, prior years before the 21. Take it from me, man, I am a walking documentary of prison lifestyle. And I don't say that with no pride. I say it, humbly and sadly, but truthfully. Yeah, man, you gotta let it go, man. You gotta give yourself that 4 to 5 years, man, of working on yourself. Is not gonna work when you meet a woman and you try, because as a man, you want to be a provider, a maintainer, and you can't provide for your goddamn self, let alone for another human being or any other, your kids or none of that. You can't do it, man. It's no way it's going to work unless You have one that already knew you and that's patient with you and know that it's going to take time just like you know it. That's the only way it's going to work. And 9 times out of 10, it ain't too many of them out here like that. That's going to sit there. Just think about it. Who going to be patient? Think about it. Life. If we're dealing with real life things, what woman do you expect that got a crib, a car, or probably a kid or two, maybe even no kids, but bills? Got a grown-ass man she just met. She might have seen you, and, you know, she don't know your predicament. She see you, and all she see is the outer glamorous. Oh, you look good. You probably stayed working out all the time. You know, we look good coming home from the penal system. And she intrigued by that. She give you a chance. What's up? Then y'all go out. You might got a little couple dollars to take her out right here, this and that. But once y'all start blending more and more and more, she starts seeing who you really are outside of the physical presence and the, you know, cuteness or whatever she may looked at you at.
You somebody they called you cute before?
No, I ain't. I'm not really easy on the eyes. I just know how to talk real good.
I figured that was good.
You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, man, my advice, man, you know, and I'm just coming up with this today. I didn't have this, you know, answer or whatever you may want to call it for this question right now, because I've been thinking another way. I thought it could work, and I see now today that it can't. You cannot come home, man, after doing extensive time in jail. And then a lot of us come home, man, especially, you know, be under the guise of a false pretense, man. You know, you might have a situation or you might have friends in place that's doing good, or, you know, whatever the case may be. That's them. They work for that. You got to come home and put in the same work that they did just to get a little piece of what they might have, you know. You can't come home and think that don't nothing happen overnight, man. Don't nobody, unless you go ahead into that goddamn liquor store or whatever store you is and do a scratch off. And what's the possibility of you getting $100 million on a goddamn ticket that you done scratched off? So for all y'all that didn't get that $100 million for that scratch off, you got to get your feet. You got to put them boots on and put them in the sand. Ain't coming no other way else. I don't care how much your girl love you, man. That shit gonna turn bad, man, because you can't be their support, man. And then what do you expect? Is she wrong? I don't think so. A lot of people might beg to differ. Hold up. I don't think so. You ain't bringing nothing to the table.
But hold on. I'm sorry. I got to say something. How a woman going to get mad at you because you broke and she broke too?
Well, what you mean she broke too? Like, if she got her own shit, like, and she,
right,
like...
We grinding together. Because if a person is mad at you because you broke and you together, or not don't want to be with you because she's saying that you're broke and you can't bring that, you're not providing for her, she's broke too. We both broke together, so we might as well stay together. What you think you're gonna go find lightning in the bottle and find a rich guy to come take on you after you done got? Sometimes they got, no disrespect, but I'm just saying, sometimes they got 3, 4 baby dads, even 2 baby dads who not even taking care of the kids. The kids may be in the house with her. She like, I'm coming into your situation, or you come into my situation. You bring your kids. If we broke together, we both broke. We got to look in the mirror. I'm broke and you're broke. We're trying to make it out together. How you gonna get mad at me because I'm not able to give you everything you want right now? This is just my opinion. Because think about it. What is a woman actually giving you? What am I getting? You gotta look at that too. What am I getting? What am I just getting? Sex? So sex is enough for me to be able to pay your bills and buy your car, put food in your refrigerator, all because we having sex? Because we having sex together. What else are you bringing to the table? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. You gotta really look at everything from top to bottom. We both are broke, or just check that over. We're both financially struggling. And I'm trying to make it, you trying to make it. What are your good qualities? Are you guarding your tongue when you talk to me? Am I guarding my tongue when I talk to you? Because normally men, we don't really, a lot of times, sometimes men do this a lot, but men, we normally don't really, our first intention when we get frustrated with our woman is not to cuss her out. But sometimes women adopt the mentality where as though they get frustrated and they want to talk to you crazy. So you want to talk to me crazy? I just came home from prison. I'm trying to figure it out. I got all this pressure trying to find a job. So many things going on. And then you show who you really are. Whatever come out of a woman's mouth is who she really are. That's what's in her heart. From my experiences, if a woman talking to you crazy, that's what's in her heart. So you judge her off of that when the time, like say it was somebody in jail, right? And to get crunchy, and he tell. That's who you're gonna judge him off of the rest of his life, who he is when it got hard. Mm-hmm. So that's the same thing with a woman. When times get difficult, and they get frustrated for you and her, because normally 9 times out of 10, a woman not frustrated without the man being frustrated as well. So we're both frustrated together, and then you want to come up here and disrespect me, and knowing I got all this stuff, got this camera from jail, I'm trying to figure it out. Things ain't really working out for me the way I want them to work out, but you want to talk to me crazy? Be careful, everybody. This is my opinion, and women may agree too. Whatever's in the woman's heart is going to come out her mouth whenever times get hard. And then you got to really be willing to accept that, whether you're going to deal with that or you're going to move on from that. You know, otherwise, because when you get some money, the money only going to pacify that for a moment. Because once the money ain't the issue no more, is now it's other things you got to deal with. Maybe the woman mad about this, so that she won't get mad and will disrespect you. I don't care. You got no money, nigga. That I with you. You was broke. You sitting. I know you. I know you by your name. I know you talk fake. You like that's how they can get. So sometimes you got to recognize who it is, and then you got to be willing to move on. We all had to do it sometime, but I'm just saying, man. I just don't think that a man who's coming home from prison, who's trying to figure it out, should subdue himself to a situation where as though it's toxic. Because if you get money, it's not going to change anything other than the fact that y'all not broke no more. There's still a long list of things on the list that need to be addressed.
See, but the thing is, right? With that, you're absolutely correct. I believe that. I haven't been through that, but I like to believe that what you're saying is correct, because it makes sense. But then you have that person that may still go through that, right, and start to get the money, whatever, finally, and it becomes like a now, a get back. It's two sides to a coin, Feek. It's like like you could turn a man sour.
Mm-hmm.
You could turn a man sour. Now a man would like to see you on your knees and come crawling and begging for some shit and be like, and I'm not going front. I kind of got that in my heart. Bro. I'm a human being, because it's like, damn, we was struggling together, we right there, but when shit go real wrong on your side and I'm still willing to stand there with you and you're ridiculing me and kicking me while I'm down or whatever, I'm a human being. So now it's like I get back, like, damn, if I ever do step into power, yeah, I'm a sniff on you. It ain't gonna be no comeback like, all right, baby, I got it now, here it go. Then that's when it come in when you talking about, all right, now that you got the money, bills paid, it's gonna be other shit. But then you got that percent of people that's like, now it's like a like bitch, like, yeah.
You got to fix the problem.
No. The problem can't be fixed, Feek.
All right, but sometimes
once it get there, and then like I'm really starting to see that now the problem, like if it's going on for over a year, 2 years, please don't think that problem could get fixed.
Yeah, because
that is too far gone, man. It's over with.
Sometimes we got to understand that it ain't really from us that the problem. That it's not. It was whatever happened before us. Sometimes we get there. If you get there and the woman is, and she nice and then as soon as hard times hit, this is who she really is. She can't hide it. You never really know who a person really is until you live with them. Once you live with a person, you start to know who they really is. You know whether they clean, whether they dirty. You know how they. What you know what I'm saying? Do they pray? What you gonna know? You gonna know? Can they cook? You gonna know everything about a person. Vice versa, woman gonna know everything about a man. Is this man really who he say he is? Is he, is he clean? Is he, does he work out? Whatever. Does he have a job for real? All these things is gonna come into play because now y'all living together. And ultimately, when you're living together with somebody, now you're gonna have to give and take some things, in my opinion. It just makes it real difficult for a man who's coming home, who's coming into a situation where as though he's struggling and he's trying to figure it out, but he can't really maintain a household the way that he wants to maintain a household, and then the woman is constantly bludgeoning him about not being able to provide. You knew who you was dealing with before when you signed on. You knew you was dealing with somebody that's come home from jail.
I ain't gonna. You talking about? All right, you talking about?
Yeah, she knew. A woman knows who she's dealing with.
No, but sometimes they get misconfused.
Hold on, let me say something too.
It's a lot of times, bro.
I'm gonna tell you what it is, though.
Hold before you say that.
I'm gonna say what it is. It's consistently this. They're looking at the bowl on Instagram with the, with the muscles and the Lambo and her girl, and the girl says she got her man and they got going on. And sometimes these things be true, but that's not everybody's reality. Sometimes they looking at what other people got instead of looking at what people behind them don't have.
They've been looking at that forever, in my opinion. They've been looking at the bull with the jewelry, the muscles, the Gucci, and the cars and all that. No, it ain't that.
That's his. That ain't that.
I would say it's partial that. But then if you have, don't get it confused, because it could be this too. You know, a lot of dudes be in this situation. You gotta do. I'm not the only one that came home to a lot of, you know, a couple good men that's my men as far as yourself and that's working good and having business good and stuff like that. That's not in the streets and is all right. And you get judged off your company.
Yeah.
A lot of times you get judged off your company. And now it's one thing if you go and portray and like, yeah, my, you know, because you got some dudes that come home and come into it and got a good group of, but he ain't up there with them, but he'll still be playing the role like he one of them because these are actually his men, and that can hurt you. That will definitely hurt you in a woman's face. Like, damn, you sitting there faking, or you might not be playing the role, but these is your guys. All she know is for the last 8, 9, 10 years or whatever, you've been going and. Even if she don't know you, I heard it like, dang, hit that his friend. Oh yeah, girl. And now an expectation be there.
Mm-hmm.
A heavy, like you'll be judged. Like you could be with a bunch of broke niggas. They ain't got to have no money. You'll be judged like, damn, they his friend. Oh yeah, that nigga, he one of them. Vice versa, bro. So it's bad, bro.
Boy, just like a woman hanging around a bunch of women who are
whores,
yeah,
sliders, whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? And yes, yeah, the same thing. Vice versa.
Yeah.
You got to weed them out.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, you gonna think she's a slider too.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm just speaking from a standpoint of, you know, it's because we talk about jail and we always speak about men who go to jail and come home. And when they come home, they have 2 POs, the one woman that they live with and the one that's monitoring them by the federal or the state. But ultimately, you got to pick and choose your battles. Now, there are some women who understand that want to rock with you and roll with you and be patient with you. She willing to fill out an application for you, willing to do all these things, willing to be patient, willing to do all these things. No, don't worry about the bills. Don't worry about it. I got it. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just crazy. Like certain people say certain things. My significant other, like I just recently got her a car. And when I got her a car, she said to me, because I was trying to get her something, I was gonna get her something, you know, I was gonna get her something a little crazy. We're not ready to take calls yet. I was gonna get her something a little crazy. She said to me, babe, you should get this car because just in case something happened where as though you can't pay for it anymore. And I'll be able to make sure that it's cool. And I wanted to get her something. I'm like, but that made me appreciate her for who she was because she said that. She said, just in case you can't pay for it. And I ain't saying you can, but you know, you never know what can happen. Just in case you can't pay for it. I just want to get something that I'll be able to afford if something happens to you. I'm like, dang. How many did he left? But these is the women. There are some good women out there. Not saying every woman is bad, but sometimes women are damaged goods from other relationships. It ain't have nothing to do with you, me, or whoever else is coming home and being. Woman is coming from past relationships where as though they may have been done wrong, or they may have been, you know, or felt like some, you know, man may have been taking care of them or abusing them, whatever it may have been. But somehow they come to you, and then you look at them, and they have luggage and baggage that you have to accept as well. And people have a hard time of looking in the mirror too. Men and women. A woman got to look in the mirror like, listen, hold up, I got all this baggage. I done had all these worthless relationships, and now I'm bitter because I had all this stuff going on. And I got this man coming home from prison or wherever, and I'm trying to put all this baggage that I had on him. Then men too I'm coming home from jail. I just did all this time. You know, how can I expect her to be real patient with me?
That's why,
yeah. When I'm still trying to figure. Some people like say some guys come home, they can't even fill out a job application.
Yeah.
They don't know how to do a lot of different things, trying to figure it out. How patient can you expect her to be?
And the thing is not to
hold on, I'm not done. The thing with the men aspect is men gotta look in the mirror, and when you come home from jail, you gotta be every day consistent on trying to better yourself every day. Because if you're slacking on that, she's gonna see that, and now she's gonna see the fact not only that there's no money ain't coming in, you slacking on everything else. You sitting around in the house with her, walking around just sweeping the little floor and trash. They gonna get tired of that, man. They get tired of you just trying to clean up, and they don't want women may not say this, but they want a man out there hustling, trying to figure it out every day. They don't want to buy in there. You got the broom and the mop. You got to clean the kitchen and clean the bathrooms. And a woman wants you to be out there hustling. And then if you can do that when you come home, they would like for you to do that, but they don't really care if you ain't doing that when you come home. A woman who complain about you cleaning, especially when you coming back and putting food on the table, she's looking for a reason to bark. Because if I'm out there trying to make something happen for us, and then I come in here and I gotta cook and clean and all that. Like, no, now you you asking for too much. But go ahead, what you was gonna say?
No, I just forgot. That's why I was trying. I always be. That's why I cut you off a lot because I don't want to forget because I started listening because you was right. Everything you was saying, I just, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, man, my thing is, man, a man need 5 years, man, to himself, man. Especially a person like you just mentioned to come home that don't even know about an application, how to fill it. Like, bro, that's not no. You can't do it with no woman, bro.
No,
It's just
I don't want to say that because listen,
I am saying that.
I seen dudes come home and have.
What, you knew her already? She been knew about the structure. That's the only way, bro.
No, I didn't.
You come home meeting a new fresh woman, unless you got some money already, unless you establish a little bit and you can weather the storm until you get all the way right.
My man,
if you coming home on your face to a woman, bro, that's not gonna work.
I seen some dudes. I know that some
who? I keep asking you who.
I can't say their names, but I seen some dudes that came home, and they came home, and then they came home and tried and got it together. They got it together. They had a woman who, you know what I'm saying, accepted them from their situation when they came home and they got it together. I'm not saying the relationship is perfect. Nothing is perfect, no matter what it is, but they have made it work. And these dudes, I believe, they all are still with the woman. So each woman, so it can work. I'm not saying that it doesn't work, but sometimes it's far in between because sometimes it's just a lot that it's like you taking a bunch of stuff and try to cram it into a jar, and now you try to go there and throw out what you don't want. If that make any sense, to get the proper ingredients in the jar that's going to work. Everybody gonna have to give a little and take a little. Give no duty. Everybody gonna have to give something. You know what I'm saying, in order for it to work. You know my situation. I accepted you. You'd been with 30 niggas. So I accepted you. Sometimes this is the reality. Some dudes, my wife and women that may have been 30, she got a bunch of bodies. But I'm coming home from jail. I'm accepting you for who you are, what you got going on. You got 4 kids in there, by 4 different men, or whatever you got going on. I'm accepting that. You accepting me. We got to set that, understand our situation. This is what I got going on. This is what you got going on. I'm accepting you. You accepting me. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to make this work. But when things get bad and start pointing the finger and making like you better than me when you got problems, nah, man, it's gonna be a disaster. We can't move like that. So I suggest, like you said, maybe you might be right. You come home from jail, you gotta be very careful because you see a lot of the frustration can get to these boys, and what happened? They end up putting hands on a woman. They end up running out the door trying to sell drugs again. They ended up or just quitting on life, using drugs, going back for dirty urines, all these different things, setting themselves back because they didn't make the proper choice with the proper woman. You got to really ask a woman, you come home from jail, you got to really ask her, are you really willing to deal with this? I can't do this. I got to learn how to do this. I don't have a job. I have nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming home to you with nothing. I'm willing to accept you for what you got. Or are you willing to accept me for what I got? And then we'll go from there. You know what I mean? Because if y'all just hiding and shielding a little stuff, she's not exposing the fact that she got this going on, and it's going to be bad. You know what I mean? This is my opinion. That's my opinion. Hey, listen, I want to say something too. You know, if y'all want to, book Brahim, man, he's doing specials now for people to help promote businesses. Yo, hit him up on IG, man. That's what you were saying. They gotta reach out to you on IG.
Yeah.
He's starting to step out there and trying to, help promote businesses, and he do events. He'll come to an event for you. You know what I mean? We just talked about it today. He come to events, and whether it's food gatherings, whatever. You know what I mean? Celebrity boxing matches, whatever. You trying to do all that, right?
Yeah, everything. Everything. Yeah. See what I told you earlier about them? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so you know what I mean? Everything.
Man, look, man.
Yeah, but no, y'all can hit us up on Instagram. You don't know anybody trying to do any events, whatever it may be. We willing to help participate in stuff like that. We're trying to get into the community a little more. So whatever y'all got going on, y'all want to come through, man. I don't care if it's a cookout, whatever, man. We come through, chill, man. If you invite us, we there. So now, coming home from prison, right? Another factor of coming home from prison, being integrated into your child's life, because, or I'll say your children, because your children are going to need you the most. And sometimes what I see from men is when they come home from jail, you're more focused on the woman that you're trying to get, opposed to being focused on what's important, like yourself, your child. You know what I'm saying? Your children.
You
know.
got to put yourself in front of your child too, man, coming home, man.
You got to, because you can't take care of your child. You don't take care of yourself.
You got to put yourself in front of your child until you get, I'm not saying, yo, F the child forever. No, I'm not saying that. But at the time, you have to, it's good. You got bad stingy and you got good stingy. And this is the good stingy I'm talking about. The stingy to make sure that you are adequate and okay to take the next step. Because you can't do it for nobody else if you can't do it for yourself. Trust me, I know, take it from me firsthand. I'm trying it now and can't. I spreads myself thin. I could have $20, and if my old lady hungry, I'm gonna go buy that shit for her and I'm gonna grind it out that night. But it don't make no sense. Because now I'm gonna be, now I'm gonna be malnourished and hungry as shit the next day as I have been. And I'm like, well, damn, and she wake up with a little fatness in her stomach because she was cool, but I'm fucked up. I'm over this joint. You thought my stomach was biting last night. How you think it feel this morning? So I'm depleting myself more, even though it's good that I did because I love her, but you're going to kill yourself in the long run doing that. Or I'm going to kill myself doing that. So I can't keep extending myself if I don't have. You can't do it. It's never going to work, bro. Trust me, believe me when I say I'm not telling you about a scenario I heard from other people. I have done it. I have had $15 to $20 on me and extended that to my partner to see them eat and be dead hungry. I ain't no selfish dude, especially if I'm rocking with you. It ain't gonna work, bro. Like, and then the crazy part about it is when you do that right and you don't get no appreciation for it, it can turn you to a stingy dude, bro. Not to say that I'm stingy now, but it's like a cut to me like that I don't like. And I don't know if I'm making y'all understand this, but it's like and it'll turn you to a selfish motherfucker, man. It'll turn you like, damn, I went above and beyond, and you still don't get, and I don't even look for gratitude because I did it out of love. So I'm not looking for gratitude, but when you get stomped on after that, and you like, well, damn, the gratitude I wanted was to not get stomped on. And I get stopped like, because that ain't enough, nigga. So what? Because you fed me last night and you ain't eat. I'm ready to die this morning. And that was cool? That wasn't cool enough? So it can turn you heartless too, man. That's why I say, man, period, man. If you coming home at the long stretches, bro, worry about yourself, man. I'm telling you that's my truth. That's my fact, man. You can't, and who want to come home and be, shit, your imprisonment is over. Regardless of what you did, 5, 10, 15 years. Why I got to wait another 5 years to bust a nut? No, you got to, bro. Keep on beating that dick, man, until you get your money right, man. And that's just it, man.
Yo, so hold on, listen. My guy always said sometimes people have champagne taste with beer money.
Yeah.
Like, cause really, like think about it. A woman, this is a woman. This is me speaking of a woman. A woman really only wants a man in jail 9 times. If he's in jail, she wants him because she can kind of control him. Like, she know where he at. He ain't messing with no other women. He working out. She go see him. She go see him. He know he. You know what I mean, she ain't worried about him. Like, ain't no women, ain't nobody up there. He ain't out all night chasing no chicks, so she can feel like she got some type of control. Then when he gets out, you know what I'm saying, the control, it weakens. It weakens. It just get weak because she can't really control him. Now he moving around doing what he gotta do. And you may have been coming to see him in the prison, and he may have thought she was beautiful, whatever kiss, but did he get out here and he see that there's other things out here that they may be attracted to? For me, I feel like a man, if you're in jail and a woman can support you in prison, that you should come home no matter what you see out here is out here. You always gotta remember that that's the one who was with you when you was at your lowest situation. You can't come home and just start looking out for other women and trying to figure it out. You shouldn't, because now it's going to affect your relationship with her, and now she's looking at you a certain way.
And men do that.
Yes, and they abandon
so I ain't gonna
women.
make it like it's all ladies' fault.
Yes, right. So the problems that you arise come from you coming home and not being appreciative. Just like a woman can't be appreciative of money. Now, the other thing I want to say is sometimes women, they cannot find a good man out here so they got to resort to somebody in jail, because if somebody out here really wanted them like that, they would have probably chose somebody who wasn't incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? But if they just trying to figure it out, they're trying to find something, you know? So we all, like I said, no matter what the case may be, everybody's trying to figure it out. So everybody just got to be patient with one another in order for it to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, ain't nobody got no patience.
They should. They should.
I know they should. They definitely should. But it's what you could do for me now, man. Not later on. Not next week. Not next year. Yeah, I see you got potential, man. Potential. Oh, I see all that. But what you got right now? That's the day. And as time go on, it's only gonna get crazier, bro. It's not getting better, because it wasn't like this 10 years ago or 10 years before that or 10 years.
No,
it's getting crazier and
like
crazier. What?
It's always like, as far as like these relationships, how their relationships go with men and women, it's been like that for years. Let me ask you something though. Like, you know, you spoke the other day. You said that, you know, for some money, a couple of M's or whatever, you would give up your foot, right?
You got them right.
Hold on. Slow down. Now you got 1 foot.
Yeah.
And you got money. You think your wife gonna feel she gonna be happy?
I don't give a fuck what she feel. Go. I got this Baggiano over here. I don't care no more. I don't need you. Let welfare feed you. Go.
Yeah, but listen,
I bet you she don't go nowhere. I can get both of these up and she gonna be right there. Let me rub them joints. Yep. I guarantee you.
you don't think that that's gonna affect the way she look at you?
She gonna love me even more. Thank you, Daddy. That's right. But say it again. Thank you, Dad. Say it louder. Yes. Yes. Yes, absolutely. And that is a fact. Yeah. Yeah. You sitting over there looking crazy, nigga. You goddamn right. She gonna sit right there and rub that nub. Hey, baby, how I feel today? You need some aspirin? Nope. I got that bank account looking sweet. Yeah, that's it.
But you don't think that's gonna affect your relationship though? You don't think that's gonna cause like
What was it gonna affect? Me cutting her ass off if she get crazy?
you can't walk?
Yeah, you could buy some things to replace it. I got the money. Prosthetic feet.
So
we out here. We out here. Strollers and everything. Black woman, give me that Maybach right there, gray. Everybody right there. Yeah, black. Oh my God. Yeah. I already know it's a facade, though.
How you gonna drive with a nub? You can't even.
No, you can. Yes, you can. That joint is sturdy. It's firm. I'm hitting it. Brake gas. Nubbiano. Call me the boy Nubs.
Oh.
Yeah, with the bag.
I don't know, man. I don't know, young. I'm not too sure about that. Like you got to drive a car. That might be difficult.
That's not difficult, bro. That nub is sturdy. That joint is a ball. That joint like a baseball. That joint is gonna mash down on the pedal and the gas, and I'm gonna be smiling about their ass. Yes, I am. No feet with that meat, and got a whole bunch of cash.
No duty. Yo, this guy's crazy. But I'm just saying, like, you know, some women might not care how much money you got. You ain't got no feet.
They ain't caring about that. Ain't no women caring about that. And then some might sit back and be like, well, yeah, I care about shit. Let me slide up on her. Let me slide up. It's a price, man. People got a price for everything, bro. It's a price. And I used to didn't think that, but it's a price for everything, man. Everything is a price on, bro. Regardless, you'll never know that a price is really there until that time really show pop his head up, man. Price is there, man. Price is there for whatever, man. Man, that money is the most powerful thing on this planet, man. Can't do nothing without it, man. And again, let me correct myself, or not myself, but correct things that people may think. Granted, money ain't everything. It ain't everything, but it's the best thing. But it ain't everything. What I think everything is love and communication and commitment to a cause. That's everything. You know what I'm saying? But that money, man, that money changed a whole lot of standings, man. You will be respected. A motherfucker that disrespected you and looked down on you, you pop back up 5 years later and got that thing and you really spent, all that disrespect goes out the door. Now, if you go back broke, you're going to be back looked at crazy again. Keep it, maintain it. But yeah, you cracking jokes. And that shit nowhere near funny. You think you goddamn Eddie Murphy in there. No, you not Eddie Murphy. You just got the bag. That's just it. That's just it, bro.
So the people laugh at you when you're rich, huh?
What do you mean, laugh with you?
I'm sorry, laugh with you.
Yeah. And when you broke, they be like, get your ass out of here with them dumbass giggles. Yeah. Yeah, you goddamn right.
You think so though? Yeah, but you know, just be careful, y'all coming home, man, and going through these things, and it's a real interesting thing, man. Let us know what y'all think in the chat, man, because you know it's just unfortunate, man. That people come home and then be right back in jail because they chose the wrong partner.
Yeah, it could put that type of pressure, man, can push you to go back, man. That's why a lot of dudes break law too, bro. I'm telling you, that type of pressure, especially the good men. It'll more so push a good man to do something than a fucked up nigga. Cause a good man like, damn, cause she really is right. Especially if you struggling to make ends meet and you ain't, she been out here holding this rent down for all the years you've been in jail. But she finally fall on hard times so happen when you come home. Mm-hmm. Now she looking at you like, well, damn, is you gonna help me? It just so happen you might have stepped up in the situation that just happened. And a good nigga that really, like me, I'm a good nigga. It's just that I'm so petrified of jail now that I don't think I'm gonna make that mistake with doing something that cost me my freedom no more. But 10 years ago, I couldn't be talking like this to you. 5 years ago, 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So it can make it'll more so make a good man go out there and commit a crime that ain't supposed to, all in the sense of holding his family down, bro. Because that's pride. It's a prideful thing. See, a bum ass nigga sit back like, oh, she just run her mouth, man. We'll figure it out. He a nut. That nigga, whether you going out there to do wrong or right, that's still the pride and heart of you wanting to take care of your family. Now, I'm not saying it's right for you to go out there and sell dope or rob that, but whatever you did to take care of that, that's a character. That's a character. Your act was wrong, but your character, your heart was in the right place. But you just went about it the wrong way. You wasn't supposed to do it that way. That wasn't cool. But your character still was in place. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm getting up here going to go do it. I got to make sure this cool. And you went and probably did the wrong thing to make sure that's cool. But your character's still there. All right, you did a wrong thing. Again, you did a wrong thing. But why you did that wrong thing? Because it was the easier route in your character. You got some niggas that'll sit back and won't even do the wrong thing to make something right. Them niggas is content with being fucked up. And that ain't cool, bro. That ain't cool under no circumstances. Show ass some money, man.
And then also that pressure can lead a man to like you said, to do the wrong thing for the money. Ultimately, it could end up being back in prison. And then the woman is actually gone. Because you just came home from doing a stretch. Like a person may come home from doing like a dub, right?
Yeah.
Get out, pressure, arguing with the girl, go back to jail, look at it at dime. She gone.
Yeah, but yeah.
Now you would risk your freedom to please her.
Yeah, you already, you did the wrong thing. I'm not debating that. That comes with doing the wrong thing.
How heartbroken you now? You in the cell? She's like, oh no, I can't do it.
Oh well, yeah, but
10 years.
All right, yeah, we know all that come with it. Like I said, it was the wrong thing to do. But I'm talking about a character. Your character was in the right place, but your intentions weren't. But not your intentions, but your actions.
Is that a strong mental man? Is that a man who's mentally strong to make that?
Yes, he's mentally strong, but he just made the wrong choice.
But
he had other choices. He just chose his bravado about going to get it is in place. He know he had to go get it. Yeah. He just took the wrong route to go get it.
Yeah.
But his character, because you got niggas that sit there and won't go get it, good or bad. How many niggas you walk around all day long, ask you for money, man, they ain't tried nothing. And me being one of them. Or trying things and getting turned away. That ain't cool. You got niggas that sit around and think that he owes something. Oh, damn, Bob, you doing this? Or, damn, they doing that. Why I can't? Nigga, get up and go work. But whether you did it wrong or bad, the character was still good. It's just the action was wrong. You took the wrong road. It was a fork road. You got 3 directions. You took the fucked up jump. That linked you back in there for another dime, and she really rolled out this time. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of programs do they got in jail? Like, what's it like a program that's designed to help inmates or people that's in prison to come home and be, successful as far as have some type of foundation to stand on to deal with or cope with these adversities that they'll face when they come home? Is it anything like you would think of?
What you mean? What type of programs?
Yeah, programs. You know.
No, they don't have no program facing finance. They got money management skills. They teach you that, like there's classes for that, like money management. Like when you finally do get some money, how to manage your money and not squander it away, be spending it on frivolous stuff that classes like that. But they ain't gotten, they got little, you could take classes as far as like getting certified in certain things. Like I'm certified by the Department of Labor, cleaning warehouses and shit like that. You get that and all that, but with your ass, and it ain't no classes for that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
to deal with the adversities of coming home.
Yes, it's no classes. It's not that I know of, unless they just came out with some to deal with that.
Yeah, because there are some good partners. Shout out to Dark Skin Beauty, and everybody else in the chat, Dutchman. Because there are some people that's some good women that's out there that will hold you down. But for the women that go to the women's side, how long does she got to allow you to figure it out? And what are the stipulations for her to, stay?
That's why, again, if a woman got that, if she got that on her mind, how long she shouldn't be in it at all.
No, I'm just saying.
Because you don't never know how long it may take.
Initially, she may not have set a time frame. Like, I'm gonna get this nigga 5 years to try to figure. She might not do it. She might just be along for the ride.
And then she just wake up one day.
Pitfall, not doing nothing, laziness, whatever she gotta see. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody trying, and they're not getting it. I know somebody try, and didn't get a job consistently. But if you try, and ain't nothing happening, then you move somewhere. You move to something else and it doesn't happen. The woman, how much time does she have? Now, I think she'll stick around more if she see that you're consistently trying, opposed to, like I said, you in the crib with her, watching Maury Povich or whatever you're watching on TV, sweeping the floor, drinking all the orange juice, stuff like that. And the bills ain't being paid. She got to pay. She got to go to work and pay the bills. Of course, the woman she only right. You know what I'm saying? So she going to, have to, understand what's going on, or she'll have to make a decision for herself. And we're not knocking her for that. But yeah, jail and prison, and it's a serious situation because, like I said, while somebody's in jail, the clock is still turning. Things are changing. Social, you got the internet is like some people, like some guys go to jail when they was filling out paper applications, writing it down. Now you may apply for a job. They say, no, go online. How detrimental is that? How confusing is that to a man coming home? I just did 20 years. Now you telling me I gotta come home and fill out a paper application?
Dutchman's SWP, he had a great question right here. Well, not even a question. This is a statement. He say 5 years, like if you're putting a time limit on it. He say to put a time frame on it is unrealistic because you can't, you gotta just not do it, like for a woman. Like you can't, then that's the pressure. That's the pressure right there. The time doing. That's the pressure because she might not tell you she got 4 years on waiting on you, but it's gonna start showing in her actions. Like, damn, he coming up on that foot. Boy, you ain't did that yet, or that's the pressure. Like he said, it's unrealistic. Either you in for a penny or you in for a pound, man. That's it. If this is not what you looking for and you know my situation, please exit the door that way. Don't get my heart caught up. Now I'm caught up emotionally, and now I'm all in, and then now you was never there from the beginning because you had a time limit to meet, and it wasn't met, and now it's easy for you to break off and go your route.
Yeah, man. But like I said, everybody got to accept something. You gonna find out some things. She gonna find out some things, and it's like, it is what it is. Let me ask you a question. If you come home, right? What's the limit? This is a question that been posed. What's the limit of how many baby dads a woman can have before you decide to deal with her? What's the limit for you?
Man, now, none.
What?
Now, none. I'm cool on women with kids, man.
Why?
I mean, hey, because you ain't just looking out for her, you looking out for the kids too, and you might not be, man, because when you eat, when she eat, the kids gotta eat.
Yeah.
Like it's a package deal. So it ain't just you. Like with you, it's just a one person deal. If she decided to take me to dinner or bring food over one night, it's just for me and her.
Yeah.
If I decide to take food over there, I'm feeding her and the whole bride. No. Now, I'm like as time go on and I'm being out here more, I'm starting to have a whole different aspect or outlook on things. And I'm not saying I'm correct. That's just my truth. So please don't judge me on my truth.
Well, for me, I mean, I think I kind of feel the same way. I don't really want to deal with no kids' fathers. You know, honestly, but it depends on the woman. If she's a good woman and she may have just had a bad relationship or something like that, because sometimes men mess up. A lot of times we mess up. I'm gonna keep it a bean. A lot of times men, we mess up the relationships a lot of times. So if a woman has children and I'm coming into a relationship, she has kids, and I like her, I don't really, I don't know. I probably can't do like 5 or it's a lot. I might could do like 1, maybe 2. I can't do no 5. She got 5 kids, and then she got like big daughters, teenage daughters. That make
or boys.
Yeah, see with girls. From my opinion, girls and moms, they get to a point where they start clashing.
Yeah,
it may not be just maybe a little argument, a little smart remarks. The girls and the boys. I'm sorry, the mom and the son. I'm sorry, the mom and the sons. I'm sorry. Those relationships get crazy because the son if the woman disrespects you, the son will disrespect you.
Yeah.
All the kids. If a woman's not respecting you and the kids see that, it's over. You might as well pack your stuff and walk out the door.
Yeah.
Because it's never going to be right. Because now
you got the kids on behind them. Who you talking to?
Yeah, so she opened that can of worms, whereas the kids are never going to respect you. This is why it's very important for women to respect their significant others in front of their children, because that's going to help the relationship grow. But if a woman is just like disrespect you in front of the kids, listen, it's over. Even if it's your wife and those are your kids, and she disrespects you in front of your kids, you gotta let her know what's what, and she gotta stop and fix it in front of the kids. She gotta address it in front of the kids. But it only can happen once. She can't do it again, and then you cool. Because if you do it in front of the kids, the kids will start talking to you loud, disrespecting you. You know what I'm saying? Then you're ready to choke one of the children because they disrespecting you. So ultimately, man, if the woman disrespecting you, the kids will disrespect you, and it's uphill battle, and it's terrible. You know what I'm saying? So be careful. Be careful what you come home to. Be careful what position you put yourself in. That's why you said the POs ask you like, yo, you want to go there? You sure you want to go there? Because if she tells us that you hit her, we're gonna lock you up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. A woman to say anything nowadays. They say that you try to rape them.
All types of stuff. Whatever it is to win. Yeah. Everything to win, man. And man, I'm just on something else different, man. I'm starting to see, man, and it's cool. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at the situation. I'm not mad at none of that stuff, man. All that stuff is cool. It's just that you have to adapt and you have to follow protocol. And once you learn it and see it for what it is, man, I like the saying you always say, once a person show you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
And that probably is the realest statement. You done told me 1,000 real things.
What come out of their mouth is how they really feel. I ain't trying to hear I was mad. Whatever you say out of your mouth is how you really feel. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts, or I made a mistake. Whatever come out your mouth is how you really feel. Because you've been waiting to say this to me. That it's been at the back of your throat, not on duty. You've been waiting to unload that, whatever that conversation or that slur, that whatever you want to call it. You were waiting to unload that. Just ain't had the right time to do it. And there's no better time to do it than in an argument. You ever had a woman say something to you where you wanted to
break her neck? Yeah.
But you gotta walk away?
Yeah, not too long ago. A couple hours ago, to be exact. Yeah. To tickle your little heart, huh, man? That's just the highlight of your life, huh?
A couple hours ago?
Yeah, not even a couple hours ago, about an hour ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
How'd you take it? You just walked out good? Are you still here?
What?
You're in the handcuffs, so yeah.
I ain't gonna get to. I
guess it was, but but in other times too, a man can start becoming used to it, where he keeps sweeping under the rug every time. And now it's over now because she won't keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta check it. You know what I mean? You gotta check it. Make sure y'all check it check it. And women, make sure y'all check yourself. And men too, because sometimes men can be crazy too, man. We be crazy. We get mad, and we mad at our woman, and they might say something like, "I might want you with your gut." Or whatever you might want to say to her. She might have had your kids, bro. She got a stomach like that because of your kids. And you want to get mad at her and say something about her, the way she look. Her body, the way it look, and she didn't give you 5, 6 kids. And ain't her fault her stomach like balled up homework. You know what I'm saying? She just had your kids. So you better cherish that woman with that stomach like that, or whatever weight she put on. You out of pocket, bro. That's out of pocket. It's out of pocket, man. You ain't do nothing like that, did you? Get mad at your woman and say something about her having a stomach because she done had your kids. That's wrong.
No, yeah, that's wrong.
That's out of pocket, bro.
That's all the way out of pocket.
Out of pocket, man.
That's childish.
You need to lose some weight. Yo, hold up, man. She just had them kids. Look over there in the living room and in them bedrooms. Those beautiful babies you got in there. Those coming from. That's why our stomach look like that. Better be patient with that woman. You know what I'm saying? So it goes a long way, man, with men and women, man. Mm-hmm. But we have to understand that prison is a serious thing, and that when you go to prison, it affects you, and it can affect people when you come home, and it affects people while you're in there, your kids and everybody's affected. Another thing too, a man can go to jail, right? And then while he's in jail, he can be like making all these promises. Like, get out, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be with y'all.
You lined her up. I did that
to the kids and the wife. You tell me, your kids, okay?
Well, not in that nature. Like,
Yeah.
I made promises as far as I'm gonna be doing this, I'm gonna be doing this, I'm gonna be doing that, and I was having I had a false sense of reality because things wasn't, not that things wasn't in place, but it don't happen like that. Like, it don't happen like that. A lot of dudes see stuff from prison and break it down to the way they want to break it down to.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll pass that information on to the next person with their way of thinking, and it's not even that. I did that. And then none of the shit I said came to fruition. So that's why sometimes, like, when we talk about the situation, I'm like, well, damn, she really got a point. Like, I really came into the relationship with, it wasn't lies to me, but it was something that I thought that was going to be done. And you can't do that. You got to, that saying, man, that I'm a firm believer in now, don't count your eggs before they hatch, man. Keep your business to yourself, man. If you got something good that's ready to happen for you and that's coming, man, don't tell a motherfucking soul, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. I believe that wholeheartedly. You can't. And you might be sharing, and you might not be telling a person just for them. You might be sharing it because you're happy, you excited about something that you think is going to happen. And you might be telling the truth, like, yo, I got this in place, but this going on next Friday, and that shit don't happen now. What you expect the other person to say? If we being real honest,
Yeah.
they like, well, shit, you said you ain't told me no maybe or nothing. You said Friday at 9 o'clock you was gonna do this. Now you in there with the no, I ain't see this happening. Oh, such and such. No, you can't say a motherfucking thing, man.
Yeah.
If you got any type of good that's coming up, I'm talking about job aspect. Or you might be getting a car next week that you're looking to go get. You think you're gonna have the money to go get it, or some money laying in there. You can't say nothing until it happens, because now you know it's a go. You got your hands on it. It ain't nothing that you're hoping and thinking, man. All that shit, man, that shit, like, I had to learn the hard way. And again, if you telling a person all this stuff, they got expectations now, just as well as you do, because you waiting on it too. Whatever it is, and it don't happen, that's your fault. It was my fault solely. And I know you like to say, but what do they got? No, fuck all that. Me going in there, yeah, I got this going on, I'm gonna move down here and I'm gonna open up this. That's your fault all by yourself. It's not that girl's fault. She leaned on what you said. And it didn't come true. You got to go back and regroup and keep your motherfucking mouth shut. Me, I'm talking to my goddamn self right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And again, she not wrong. You built her, you puffed her up all week. And now her goddamn balloon popped.
Another thing too, man, which is very important too. You can't try to portray a lifestyle and say you want a certain kind of household. You want a woman that's cordial, and you want her to do certain things and be a certain way. But when you in the house, you know what I'm saying, you on your phone all day. You ain't.
And I just got checked about that the other day.
You on your phone all day. You're not in the house doing things like, for us, like we Muslims, so you gotta be Muslim in your house. You gotta be praying. You gotta be doing things. You gotta be doing stuff. Even no matter what it is, if that's what everybody gotta be praying in the house. You gotta be praying. You gotta be teaching your kids something, helping out with the homework, being productive in the house. You gotta put that phone down, man.
Got to. My chick just told me that the other day. She's like, damn, even though it was, people calling, to get on the podcast and stuff like that. And I take them calls.
Yeah.
But while you at work, bro, and then,
Cool. I was gonna say, well, work, man. A lot of times, if it's work and it's something, you probably gotta cut it off at a certain time.
Yeah, you got to, but bro. You got to, especially if you got a family, bro.
You're right, because you got to be available.
Like all day long. Like I'm at the podcast now. I'm home. I'm brought the podcast home. Yeah, I'm walking around. Yeah, we gonna do that, nigga. I'm telling her, turn that joint on. Tell me how you like that. All she knows is the podcast. So it's like, nigga. And then if it ain't no money, and you ain't got no money, I ain't trying to hear that shit all day long, and you ain't taking me nowhere. That shit really, you got to take a look. Like a lot of people like to shift the blame. It's easy to shift the blame. Oh, because of this, because of her, or him. Nah, man, when you point one finger at a motherfucker, three pointing back at you, man. You got to ball up your hand to point that finger, 3 pointing back at your ass. So take accountability, and I'm taking accountability, man. I go in the house and I might get on the phone with you. Like last night, me, you, and Jabril talking about the podcast in the backyard for like an hour. You see how I hung up the phone and I got right off the line because she come to join like, damn. And I go to work at 11 o'clock. We ain't seen each other all day. You at the studio, you leave the studio and you still talking to the same niggas that you just did a podcast with. She right.
Yeah.
She right. You got to have some time for your family if you say this is your family. Now, if this is Slider, a dick-sucking ass chick to you, or a pussy-sucking ass nigga to you, carry it like that. Cool, because you ain't got no commitment and ain't no ties. But other than that, man, if this your folks and this your home, this is what you call your home, and I'm learning not by watching it, I'm learning by actually touching the pot and burning the shit out my hand.
But I think, too, though, communication is key, because if it's about some money and it's an important phone call, just go to your wife or whoever and be like, yo, hold on, I said, this is an important phone call. It's not like you being a sucker.
Oh, yeah, with that.
But you go to him and be like, yo, look, I take this real quick, this phone call real fast. I'm not going to be long, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to set the communication be there, not just walking out and she looking for you around the house and you out in the backyard talking to the guys. You go set the communication. Yo, look, I got to take this phone call real fast. I'll be right in. Anything you need me to help you with before I go? This is what I do. You need me to do anything real fast? I'm about to go take this phone call real fast. Before I do it, I want to talk to you. I mean, you need what you need. And they'll be like, all right, cool. Because it's not like you answering to your woman. You just provide comfortability and telling her what you about to do. You know what I'm saying? So that it'll soften the blow. So that she ain't looking for you in the house and she find you in the closet on the phone. You know what I mean? So that's just my advice. That's just how I roll. But still, even with that, even if the phone call a little long and you already set the precedence of what you're doing, it's up to the woman to understand that you gotta try to do what you gotta do for you, and taking care of me is gonna take care of you. But this turned into a whole relationship advice podcast. But
about dudes, yeah,
coming home, because these things have to be set in place, because there's no manual on how to come home and be a man within a household, because you was in a jail.
You're literally, a person told me this the other day. Shelly-Anno, shout out to Shelly-Anno, man. Stand up, man. We had him up here before, man.
Shout out to Anno.
Told me this last night, man. By default, I am a grown man with a little boy living inside me. And a lot of people that come home from the penal system, and it hurt me to say that, because I feel like shy and embarrassed. But in order to correct the problem, you got to identify the problem first. Can't correct the problem if you don't think it's no problem. You're going to keep on doing it. Like motherfucker that drink all the time. He's a drunk, but he don't think he's a drunk, so he's never going to go get the proper treatment to correct that problem. And that's in every aspect of a problem. Not just drinking anything. Anno said you've been going for so long that you still, and I read somebody wrote a text message about me somewhere in YouTube, whoever it was, shout out to you. That mean you know me a lot. And I gotta grow up. This is not no pity party. This is not no blame on nobody. But I have to grow up. Like I told you the other day. Me and you was just talking, man, about something. Man. I mean, you was like, yeah, man, we gonna go out. I said, no, bro, I ain't trying to go out with you buying stuff and like I'm your son. No, let me pay the tab. I want to have money in my pocket. I know you would take me out and we go on trip. I'm 50, ready to be 50 years old, bro. The ties got to get cut. Like how they cut the umbilical cord and you start to eat and function on your own. Men, that's what men have to do. You have to cut that umbilical cord, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is, man. You know, hopefully that made sense to y'all. But the man told me on the phone, man, he said, man, you a man with a young mentality. You didn't grow up the natural way. You grew up incarcerated. So your aging kept going, but your mentality aging stunted. And that's real shit for dudes going in there doing 20, 25, 30 years. You'll grow up and know right from wrong, but you see a lot of dudes come home, they energetic and all that. They got the playfulness with them, and you know what I mean, like a lot of dudes, like out of 10 out of every dudes that come home that did a lot of time, 7 of them is, they still think they jump in and they might got the youth and athletic because they've been working out and all that, but they still their mind ain't grow. When you go in there, your mind, because how can your mind grow in a controlled environment? All the things they really like, you can't grow. Yeah. Like you say, dudes come home, don't even know how to, you can't grow. You go in 19, come home 50.
But you're still 19.
Your mind, you're a 19-year-old, you're a 50-year-old 19-year-old man. If I said that correct, I'm talking too fast. You're a 50-year-old man with a 19-year-old aspect, man. A mentality, man. And that's just real rap, man. It's a fact. It's a fact, man. These dudes is coming home, man, after all this time. They got it together and know right from wrong now, and they know they're not gonna do that because you've been punished to not want to come here no more. We showed you why you shouldn't come here no more. Not because of, oh yeah, that's the rule. No, I'm scared to go there because I know that if I do this act, I don't want to go there. Not because of I don't want to just go there. No, you put a fear factor in me. But in turn, my youth, me growing into an older man mentally has been robbed. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a real fact, man.
I was talking to bro. He called me every day. So I'm talking to him. He like, you know what, man? I was sitting here thinking, man, everything that I was doing over the last 5-6 years in the streets was terrible, and I didn't really look at it like that. Now that I'm in here, he like I know I'm in here, and I'm talking about it because I'm in here. But he like, yo, you've been trying to tell me to do things different. He said, man, I wish I would have got a job and worked a job, man. He said, this joint is hard. This jail stint is hard. He said, I'm 42 years old. I gotta do 2 years in jail. My kids are getting old. I just had a baby. I never even got a chance to hold yet. He's like, man, I wish that I would have listened, man. He said, I'm glad that I got this little bit of time. But he like, man, it could have been worse. He said, because we are programmed to do the wrong thing, thinking that we're going to be successful in doing the wrong thing, when ultimately it catches up to you when you least expect it. When you least expect, because he didn't expect to go to jail for what he went to jail for. Nobody did. I mean, I got the call. I'm like, damn, what? Even you, when you got locked up a second time, they called. I'm like, dang. I'm thinking that, they're like, they just raided the barbershop, young in there. But I'm thinking like, I didn't think that you was gonna be, because we walk in there, say what's up to everybody. I didn't think that you was gonna catch a case behind it. Bro called me like, yo, they know they ran with the barbershop. Younger was in there. He like, yeah. He said, I think he had the crowbar on him. I said, really? I'm like, dang. I'm thinking that, I didn't expect that. I just talked to you not long before that. It's like, you just never know. We may be doing the wrong thing and then get locked up for something else totally different. Like bro was doing. What he went to jail for is not what he was actually doing. Mm-hmm. He went to jail for something totally different than what he was doing. Mm-hmm. The same thing with you. You would have jailed for something totally different than what you was doing at the time. We may think we ducking from this and doing this the right way, but you could be slipping over here. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it goes. So I just think I'm gonna say this to everybody that's in jail or be people that's coming home. Listen, man, hold on and be patient. Don't let this women, the fact that you ain't got no money, you can't do what you can't do right now. You know, you may not look the part, you may not be as handsome as you, whatever it may be, man. Don't let that deter you to do the wrong thing, because ultimately your situation is a lot better because you're on the street. You got an opportunity to make something happen. Once you go behind that wall, now you in there with the roaches and the rats and the woulda, shoulda, couldas, and all the people who are not coming home from jail. People are gonna be stuck in there for the rest of their life, and you in there with these people, and you gotta go back in there and deal with that. So make sure y'all stay free. About to take some calls, y'all. Y'all can call in 215-316-4492. That's 215-316-4492. The young lady on her way here, I didn't know.
Who?
What's called?
Who?
From North Carolina.
From North Carolina?
Yeah, she on her way. I think she said tomorrow, but she on her way now.
Who?
The young lady.
Who?
Her name. One supposed to interview. What we talk about it?
The one what?
One we supposed to interview. You gotta go to the bathroom or something?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a quick break. You gotta go to the bathroom, y'all. I don't, you know.
First of all, I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in to Tales from the Jails. And listen, we need everybody to do something for us. If you really like what you see on Tales from the Jails, you're really interested in what you see on Tales from the Jails, we need you to go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member. Subscribe as well, but also become a member. That way you can get updated on all the new content as we continue to bring you these amazing episodes. So we want everyone to go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member.
As y'all heard him, go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member. We got an array of content that's coming out that you will be thoroughly entertained by. As you can see by the content that's previously been released, you're entertained by. It's only gonna get better. I'm telling you, there's only up to go. And we wanna thank y'all for rocking with us, man, and listening to the awareness that we're bringing about prison life. So go to where again, bro?
Go to YouTube at Tales from the Jails and become a member.
YouTube at Tales from the Jails, and please become a member.
I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in to Tales from the Jails. Everyone knows that jail is a serious matter. Us here at Tales from the Jails, we are offering something special to anyone who is currently in prison, on their way to prison, and actually those who are returning from prison. We are offering consultation to anyone who's threatened with prison, in prison, and like I said, and who are coming home from prison. We have Zoom consultations to help you with your prison bid. For those who are going to prison, don't know about prison, don't know what to expect, don't know if it's going to be, all these horror stories you hear, all these things. We tell you what exactly to expect. We give you consultation on how to deal with these difficulties of prison. It could be through Zoom. It can be in person, where we talk to you in person. We do intense prison preparation. We also, everyone knows prison is a serious matter. Prison is oppression. But nothing's worse than going to prison and not knowing what to expect. Or coming home after being incarcerated for years and not knowing what to expect. We help you here at Tales from the Jails. We offer consultation for those who are going to prison, also those who are coming.
Tales from the Jails, we're back, with a little bathroom break. But yeah, y'all know the number 215-316-4492. That's 215-316-4492. We're looking to hear from y'all. Talk about this topic that we're speaking about coming home and making the right decisions in your companionship, as friendships, as well as your wife or significant other. Being available for your family, your children, being available for everybody, but most importantly, putting yourself first. We want to talk about it. Let us hear y'all opinion. 215-316-4492. That's 215-316-4492. Yeah, y'all, yeah, man. Ski B7, I'm trying to tell him who he talking about. He didn't even know who I'm talking about, man.
She ain't even from North Carolina.
Okay, where is she from? But she's a special guest we're gonna have on the show. Yeah, Sky, man. There we go. Tell us from the jails. Who we speaking to?
What's going on, fellas? This Chuck calling from North.
What's up, Chuck, man? Shout out to you, man. What's up, man?
I'm good, y'all. I'm Steve Dollar Bills in the chat, but listen, I wanted to speak on the topic at hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
So part of the unrealistic expectation piece is like she excited and just hopeful and hanging on to everything you say you're going to do when you get out of jail, right?
Right.
And then from the guy that's incarcerated, he's desperate to get out. He's excited, so on and so forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the unrealistic expectation is neither one of y'all know what y'all going to do when pressure arrives,
Exactly.
right? It's like when you go to an amusement park. You don't get on every ride at the amusement park.
Mm-hmm.
But you might be saying, oh man, I'm gonna get on this roller coaster, I'm gonna get on this joint, I'm gonna get on that joint. But realistically, you can't. You know what I mean? It's too many people, it's too many lines, it's unforeseen circumstances that's gonna happen, right?
Exactly.
So for the guys, I would recommend you guys sit it out until you get you right. Right? Because one letdown, two letdowns, three letdowns, it's like, man, this nigga, he ain't trying to do right. He was just running game on me. You know what I mean? And then as a man, that messes with your confidence and your self-esteem. Because you have no proof of concept of what you can or can't accomplish out this joint because you ain't been out here in a while. So you really just shooting from the hip.
Exactly.
You are absolutely right.
You got good intentions, but you dealing with things out here that you have no control over, right? Let alone you might already be a felon. You know what I mean? So that's all, that's a couple strikes already against you. And then depending on what your crime was that got you labeled as a felon. You know what I mean? The severity of the crime. So like for the men, you gotta lay off of that until you get you right.
That's what I just said.
And then you got all the other pressures that Black was speaking about as far as when you go hang out with the men. I ain't trying to you keep treating me. That messes with your self-esteem.
Bad, bro. Bad, bro.
Right. Even though it's with good intentions, even though these your guys, even though these your men. But we talking about you, the person that's trying to
I'm looking at him like he my dad. I'm like, got my girl with him. He buying all us dinner. People saying shit like, damn, so if he keep paying this whole time, like, what the fuck? I'm over there like, no, I owe him. I gave him the money to go. Nah, we grown ass men, man.
This guy.
We grown ass men, man. I don't want to have to keep doing no faking, man.
But Black, these are things that isn't talked about, and this is why the dudes crash out and they fall short when they come home. It's not just the women. You have to take time for yourself to know what you can handle, what will break you, and what will make you. You know what I mean? You just can't come and dive right in and be in the mix as soon as you get back out here.
Yep. I know that now.
What I mean? Because the world's spinning, the world been moving since you've been away. Things change every day. Even the people that's out here every day, like, it's mind-blowing things that's going on that you're like, yo, I got to sit this one out. I need a timeout, yo. I got to take a 20. And what happened? It's just a lot going on, right? Mm-hmm. So with that being said, that's what they need to implement in the jails, the peer pressure.
Yeah, man.
That is, as far as like having dudes like you, Black, even you 2 feet, having people come up and give both sides of the story. Like, Black, you being a boy that did the time and know what it's like, and Feet, you the one that been out here holding it down and letting dudes know, yo, it is a couple people out here that got your back through and through. But when it comes to the women, you can't fault them for changing their mind, because that's their right. They got the right to change their mind and say, I had enough, I waited. Even if y'all did come up with a 2, 3, 4, 5 year plan. You know what I mean? That's her right. And that, then she tired. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Like she tired of looking at her girlfriends and what them and their fiancés is doing, but what you can't do.
Yeah.
that messes with her. She like, damn, man was all sliding my DM. I've been telling him to fall back until I got something. Now here it is. He home and he ain't carrying it the right way. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you just want to do good for yourself, because see, it's okay to be selfish. You don't want to be self-centered. Self-centered is when you make everything all about you.
Mm-hmm.
Selfish is when you just taking care of you for the greater good of everything going on around you.
Absolutely.
So when you were saying the good stingy and the bad stingy, that's what I got from it. Yeah, I can be selfish, right? But when I be self-centered, oh yeah, it's all about me. I'm top shit. I'm big dog out this joint.
Exactly.
That's when it become a problem. So it's like guys got to learn. Like, listen, I got to get away from everything I thought was okay prior to me coming to jail, because my best thinking got me doing a dime or a dub.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not my best thinking. So now I got to revise all that, right? So you got to start all over from zero again. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that be the downfall of the relationship aspect from it, right? And then when guys go back to jail for whatever the case may be, the chick do whatever she do, it's like, damn, I shouldn't even have been going around her. I should have just left Shorty alone. I get it, you horny, she horny, everybody horny. Niggas want to get their nuts out the pawn shop. But at the same time, that's not the long-term goal for you as a person coming home to be successful. You know what I mean? It's like you almost setting yourself up for like a relapse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
For a lack of better term.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
Appreciate
it's
you,
like, this a real good topic, y'all, because it's not always about this, what the young boy doing and your experience in jail. Everybody who don't got life is going to get a release date, right? So everybody going to get out. But what's the remedy to stay out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what, you know what I'm saying? What's the remedy to stay out? Everybody say they're going to go to the masjid, right? Everybody say they want to come home and get married. But damn, when you went in, all the chicks that was 18, 19, they 30, 31, 32, and they carrying it. So, you know what I mean? You like, sheesh.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So, it's a process, y'all. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
and time takes time, y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man, and your call, man. That was heavy. It was heavy now on duty. What you just said, man, that was a major situation, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate y'all, man.
Enjoy your night.
Great work, y'all.
Yo, stay free, man.
Y'all
Stay
too.
free. It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, man. Stay free.
I'm going to work tomorrow, y'all.
All right,
Say no more.
That's what's up.
All right, Salaam alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Yeah, man. He hit a lot of key points. He was hitting on all cylinders, not on duty. He was made a lot of great points. But we just have to have some. I don't know. Maybe we can speak to the jails, because they are calling for us to come there and talk to them a lot of times. Maybe we can have something where we put together a curriculum for peer pressure, or just dealing with adversities when coming home. Because a lot of times people don't really have somebody giving them these type of talks really before they come out here. They just coming out here hitting the ground running, and everything is the same but different. If it make any sense, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So don't forget to call, y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to call 215-316-4492. 215-316-4492. These topics or just these situations are the key or the main ingredient for why people end up going back to jail. Because this right here, these adversities in the household lead to spilling out into the street, and this leads the man to go out on the street. And he can go many different ways. He can become an addict, person who uses drugs, and go that route. Or a person can be a person who goes out to sell drugs, or a person can go out and start robbing, stealing, whatever it may be. But ultimately, all those things lead you to be back in prison. And people can't always deal with the pressure, because another thing too, you in jail and you're used to getting 3 hots in the cot. No matter what, you get food. But if you get out here, you can't get no food, or you can't really provide food for your family. So it's like, but you've been in jail for 10 years and you was getting food every day.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be in commissary, but it was getting a meal every day.
Mm-hmm.
What's that song your stomach be singing?
You already know the back door song. The back door, like the ass part is coming out.
Now on duty.
Yeah, nigga be hungry as hell in that jump.
But yeah, so at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you come out here and a lot of guys is only responsible for walking to the chow hall and protecting what's his, that's what's in his cell. They get out here, you gotta pay bills, pay rent, phone bill, 200, you know, light bill, electric bill, gas bill, water bill, rent, car note. All these things is being thrown at you like your woman is saying she need this, kids school, kids need school clothes. Man, pressure get to you. Next thing you know, you want to go out here and sell drugs or try to find a, you know, take a shortcut to get to, but it's just too much pressure, you know? And you got to be able to say no, man, and only be able to do what you can do. I ran into that situation early on with myself, like not being so, not being okay with saying no. They say, yeah, all right, it's cool. But you got to say no, man, sometimes, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, y'all can call in, man, 215-316-4492. Before we get out of here, want to hear from y'all, man. Want to talk to y'all about this great topic today. You know, about peer pressure before freedom, man. I'm sorry, peer pressure after freedom.
I ain't even calling it peer pressure. It's just pressure.
Or pressure, yeah.
Just pressure.
Yeah.
It's not even peer pressure. It's like when your friends is, you know, antagonize you to do something. Oh, we gonna do that. That's peer pressure.
Or
this
pressure
right
upon release.
Yeah, you out here and you seeing the way the world rolling and you not a part of that. And you have to make yourself a part of that. You have to get a part of that to survive.
Yeah, pressure bust pipes.
And this is the most pressurous pressure you're gonna ever encounter in your life. When you're down on your face and you on cups, like y'all like to say, man, and you got to pay bills. Got to do that. They ain't saying take 2-3 months off. You got to pay bills. You got to pay that phone bill. You don't pay that phone bill on the day you owe it on the 8th. By the 11th, that bitch will be turned off if you ain't putting nothing to it. You got to do it. So this is mandatory pressure. Mandatory pressure. Like how they be like, yeah, mandatory rec. Nigga, that mean get your ass to that rec yard. Mandatory pressure. You got to stand up to it, whether you do selling dope or got a job. And that's just the choices you got. Take care of this pressure. I would prefer you go for the job or your own business and not the dope, but that's a reality, that's a fact. Because you can definitely get some money from the dope, but it's a price to pay if you go that route. But that pressure is mandatory and you have to meet it. You have to. There ain't no ducking that pressure. Some pressures you can duck in life and make out just fine, but you ain't ducking the bills of life. That's a pressure that's out of this world. And every grown person, if you ain't crippled or laid up in a hospital, have to attend to that motherfucking call out.
For sure. Listen, y'all, man, call in, man. 215-316-4492. That's 215-316-4492. The line's open. The back of your hat ain't snapped, yo.
Yeah, I know. I just opened
it. It was tight.
No,
don't do it. Yeah, man. So, yeah, man, it's just all these things, all these scenarios, all these different aspects of, you know, all the different, I don't want to say aspects, but all these different issues that arise, and everybody's going to be tested. So when you come home, you're going to be tested unless you come home to somebody that's rich and then money.
Or you Puff Daddy or one of them.
But then money is not, now money is off the table, but there's still problems. You know? There's still problems going to rise because money can just one of the issues that you can write down on a piece of paper that says you got to deal with. That doesn't negate you having to deal with your children going what they going through. Your wife going what she going through, because you can have money and then your kids still be suffering from depression because of whatever you and mommy is going through. It affects your kids. You may have money or you may have all the things in the world, but it's going to be something. You're going to be tested with something. You just got to try to be ready for it and then recognize that this is a test. Because if you can recognize that it's a test, the chances of actually, passing that test is greater. But if you're not looking at it as a test, you're looking at it as just like, why me? Why this for me? This gotta be for me. No, it's a test. Tighten up on what you can tighten up upon, what you believe. Whatever you believe, tighten up upon that. Fix that and fix you. And then go from there. Fix the relationship with the lost spinner with the island. Fix that relationship. And then it's gonna make things easier. Like we all been tested. I just tested weeks ago. I'm still being tested with a lot of things. And I only got through it through prayer and just like, you know what, I'm gonna start here. Then from there you go to your companions, people around you that care about you, and so forth and so on. You know, but you gotta start, you know, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with your relationship, man, with your Lord, you know. You know, shout out to Dutch man, Southwest Philly. I'm gonna read this from you. He said, I knew 3 women that moved to a 3-bedroom house for $6K. Every nigga tell that too, but shook, and they've been free. So it's always someone trying to tighten up. Yeah, I agree. And shout out to Andre Guerrero 7753, man. Thanks for catching the show. You know, MTWY man 27. You know, shout out to Ski B7U. Everything you got. Okay, yeah, everything you go through, yeah, makes you the person you are for sure. For sure. But don't get in the joint, oh, why me, man? Damn, why it's always bad for me? It's always messed up for me. You know, people outside going through way worse than what you going through. Everybody's test is different. Your test might just feel like it's heavy for you, but don't get in the start feeling, that's like feeling sorry for yourself. Man, why me? Why this for me? This ain't, no, it's a test. Accept it. You might be beat down. Like I was going, so I ain't really gonna sleep in like a month and a half. Cause I was going through what I was going through. And it was beating me down, but I just was like, still trying to stay busy, still trying to make it to the office, still trying to make things happen. I ain't go ball up in the corner and go cry and start saying, why me? Why me? Why me? I asked questions, but it wasn't about no why me or nah. Take it on the chin like a man and then man up. You gonna get through it. You know? And women as well. You know, women, y'all gotta cling, you know, get closer to your Lord, man, and then go from there. For real. You know, get around people that care about you, that love you. And if somebody care about you and they love you, they're going to embrace you when you're having a hard time. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from those who want to see you have a hard time. Stay away from those who want to see you fall. Because there's some who want to see you fall and want to see you hurting. You know? That's just my advice, man. If y'all got time to call anybody, get up out of here. 215-316-4492. We probably stick around for another 5 minutes or so. If you ain't shy, pick up the phone, give us a call. We here, answer some questions, yo. For real, man. Chin up, chest out with everything you go through. Yeah, man. Because I ride past, I'm gonna tell you what I do will help me get through stuff, right? When I go through things, I just ride and look at people, like not saying I do it intentionally, but I might ride because our studio is in a place where people who's, you know, strung out on drugs and so forth and so on, and we can see, as soon as you come outside, you can see why you should be grateful. You can see somebody laying on the ground, why you should be grateful. And you've been tested with light stuff, like small things. Like, what? I ain't on the ground over there like him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't. Tell us from the jails who we speaking with. Tell us from the jails.
It's Dollar Bill from Delaware.
What's up, Dollar Bill from Delaware? What's up with you, man? How you doing? How can we help you tonight, man?
Man, I just want to speak on a conversation that I just want to talk about. Just coming home from jail and getting yourself back on your feet. You know, a lot of times y'all talk about it. I hear Black talk about it a lot with what it is, and then you talking about how you hold people down. It's a lot of time when you come back out here on the streets, you give a lot of promises, and with the promises that you give, it's basically is what you want people to believe in you in. And you know, the struggle is, you know, you was a man before you went in. You took care of a lot of people before you went in. You gave a lot of honor to people when you went in. And when you got back out on the streets, you know, people still look at you the same way. And a lot of times is, you know, your support system 10 years ago might not be the same support system now. I did a little small bid back in, I would say, about 2012. And I'd say for about the last 15 years, I dealt with a lot of things where I think I had to get it from the muscle. I was working underneath the table, trying to build myself up because of that magnitude. I was still maintaining myself as a street person. And you know what I mean? Still want to care for people, but when it all came back to it, it was just like I never was worrying about myself, and it made me feel like I still was in prison a lot of times because it's like I'm still staying loyal to things that wasn't loyal to me. So what I'm saying is coming around almost 15 years later, and when I said where I started getting a support system and believing in people and not understanding they was telling me what to do, but I was telling them like this. Feel my way first, because you know, as a man, sometimes when you go to prison and you put yourself in that predicament, your mind and your body tell you that you gotta be so masculine that you're not open to taking accountability and understanding exactly where you're coming from. So the land of plane where I'm coming from is 15 years later, I put in the application and went through all these trials and tribulations, and everything just started working. And it's all about that. At the end of the day, y'all was talking about like coming back home. Yeah, I made some promises to people, but did I stand on it? I stood on it the best way as possible. And then one of the things I said, it's like believing in yourself. I got a man that's doing almost 2 life sentences to murder prison in Delaware. He was part of the riot and everything like that, and we speak a lot. And one of my biggest things was I told him I want to get you, if I ever get a chance to talk to y'all and get some information to get him on the podcast to talk to y'all, so y'all can move back and forth. And he does a lot of good work with the youth and people that's coming into prison. It'd be a good scenario. But he always told me, and he told me about a month ago when I'm going through my struggles. He said like you're a certain age and you ain't got your license. So I just went through steps and got him today. And it was a crazy thing. And I watch y'all show a lot, and it just like I went through this as a child with my father in prison. I went through my stepdad in prison, and it's a lot of things that people don't understand. That never give up and always stay focused on what's going on now instead of not paying attention to the dialogue that y'all putting. That dialogue that y'all putting out right now, a lot of people, and me including myself, would sit there and I'd be like, God damn, they talking that shit. Or God damn, I understand where they coming from. And it just makes me feel like y'all platform is a very, very, very genuine thing. In this story, before it's all said and done, long as y'all keep going, somebody watching. Y'all might not touch everybody, but y'all touch certain people. And I say over the last month or so, I put a message out to myself, and I just kept watching y'all show, and y'all gave me that inspiration. I kept moving, and now I just look at myself like I can reach another person, and I can't give them all the information, but I just say, go watch the story, go watch Feet, go watch Black. They gonna tell you exactly what you're heading to. I only can give them 10 minutes. Y'all giving them hours and hours and hours of dialogue of what's going to happen. Like one of the funniest stories they always say, the lock in the sock. I couldn't picture me getting hit with lock in the sock. If somebody do that to me, I would probably go crazy. But if already in a place where they mentally telling you got to go crazy at, that's not going to work for me. What's going to work for me is that dialogue that y'all put out on the stage right now. And one of the best things I said is when y'all had that female, the Muslim female up there that day, some of those stories, I lived it as a child. I lived it, and people just gotta understand, to comprehend and listen instead of listen to respond, not talk. And a lot of things y'all say, I just want to give y'all a blessing. I called it, man.
Thank you.
As a man, I'm just grateful to say it took me a lot to call in. I watch y'all show, but I said one day I'm gonna call in because I'm gonna have a great day today, and I just want to give y'all blessings and thank you. That's all
thank you. Thank you, man. Enjoy your night, man. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. That was a hell of a message, man. That call, we really appreciate that, man. But we thank y'all for all the support. Everybody's who's been supporting us. Once again, we can't do this without y'all. And a lot of these situations or these things we speak about are real live situations. These are real live, the things that happen to people, and these situations lead people to go back to jail or to lose their life. So We want to continue to help everybody, man. We're going to get up out of here. Once again, this episode of Tales from the Jails is sponsored by TNS Media Group. Also, don't forget, if you're able to, go open your iPhone or your Android and go to your app store and download FuseTube. Go ahead, download FuseTube. It's a hell of an app. It has a lot of features for you and the family to watch. Go down and be a part of FuseTube. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank my counterpart, Mr. Brahim Jackson, everybody here behind the scenes, both nephews, Tawfiq and Kasim, and everybody here at Tales from the Jails. We want to thank y'all for the support. We can't do it without y'all. We up out there. Anything that you want to say before we go?
It's Friday. It's Friday. You know what I'm ready to say. Enjoy yourself. Do not have too much fun and wake up in that jail cell or never wake up again. Do not have too much fun, man. We got to get ready for Monday, man. For those who drink, I don't promote that any type of way, but if you're doing it, man, do it modest, man. Thankfully, man. Don't get behind no will, man. And for those that don't drink and indulge in that, man, it's okay to be all right, man, and have let your hair down a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. I'll be the first one to tell you I shakes a tail feather. You know what I mean?
Dude.
But in moderation, man, with conscious thinking, man. And let's get back here Monday, man, and get back to the topics, because we're going to have some topics to talk about. Don't let it be you.
And don't forget, we still got episodes coming out. Don't forget to check out the King Erna interview. King Erna interview is available right now, along with a long list of other interviews. We got more great guests coming. Thanks to y'all. Everybody's been paying attention to the platform, calling from, you name it, New York, California, all Atlanta. People are calling to get on the show. And these are notable names, notable people that want to be a part of what we got going on. So we thank y'all for all the support. No matter where you are, no matter what city you are, no matter what state you are located in, we are thankful and appreciative. Y'all enjoy y'all night. Enjoy y'all weekend. Don't forget Crazy Clips this weekend as well. It'll be available. All the members and subscribers will be getting a notification for Crazy Clips. Shout out to Empath. Empath is a home care agency in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Empath is my guy. My guy Mark is a great agency. If you're ever in New Jersey, you're looking for a home care agency for your family, check that out. We want to thank everybody. Also, if you're in Las Vegas, you're looking for home care services in Las Vegas, Google Mountain Care. That's Mountain Care LLC in Las Vegas. They are a wonderful home care agency. They'll get you set up, get everything going. We thank everybody who's been supporting us from day one. It's Tales from the Jails. We up out of here.